wanted to convey to your audience, please do not hesitate to seek the justice online. This is the most easiest way of getting the justice. It will help you to save substantial costs, time, and efforts. And top of it, you can get the justice from the comforts of your home or office.
Showcasing the incredible journey of startups. This is Yogesh Bhosle, co-founder and director of SME Venture. Today we have with us amazing personality, CEO and founder of Jupitice Technology, Mr. Raman Aggarwal. Welcome, Mr. Raman.
Yeah, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, sir?
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
Great, great. So, Mr. Raman, today we all want you to reveal the journey of this unique startup and online court justice, because I think this is a very unique and a different kind of a startups which you are into. So, just we are very curious about your startup online, how you wanted, the journey of it.
Yeah. Let me start with first actually what it is, and then I will explain to you the journey. Okay. So this is
Sure.
basically, this is the we have created a new space in the technology sector that is called Justice Tech. So like other body has like the EdTech, the FinTech, you know. So this is the space which was totally new space in the global technology sector, and we created the Just Tech. What we have done is we have developed a next generation justice technology platform. And in justice technology platform, now we are building various kind of technology solutions and services. So to start with, we have built up a private digital court for the whole global world and to deliver digital justice services under the private justice system. So when I say the private justice system, this means it is an arbitration, mediation, and conciliation. So since the mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, their decision is a court enforceable decision in 166 countries. So they are like a court decree. They are like a court decree. So we have created a complete digital ecosystem for private justice system. So we have basically created a private digital court where anyone from across the globe can come, they can draft, they can file their case, they can conduct the entire proceedings and can take the decisions from say about a week's time to say maximum 180 days, depending on the procedures they follow. And it brings cost efficiency by up to 85% plus and time efficiency by 85% plus. So this is a product that we basically have introduced. So this is basically is on a marketplace, so where we are aggregating the arbitrator, mediator, conciliators across the globe, having diverse expertise and diverse and multilingual capabilities, and connecting them to the disputing parties where they want to resolve their disputes all on a single platform. So it's a marketplace just like an Amazon, where the buyer and sellers, so the justice receivers and justice providers, they would connect on this platform. So disputant has the variety, they can select their own arbitrator, mediator, and conciliators according to their requirements, according to their budget, according to what kind of expertise they need, what kind of language they want the arbitrator and mediator, and so this is a platform which will help them to find, evaluate, appoint formally on this platform, and also make payment to them on the platform. So after appointing, if they want to resolve the entire dispute on the platform itself, then they can hire the private digital court that we have created for them.
Oh,
so
great.
This is an overview about the product. Yeah.
Oh, great, great. So, going further, I just wanted to understand, how was the overall roadmap of the justice? Uh, how you look at that overall roadmap of justice?
If you look at the overall roadmap of the justice, let us start with today. Almost two-thirds of the global population, almost 5 billion people out of 7.5 billion people have no access to justice. So
True.
these people are totally away, from getting any of their commercial or civil dispute resolved. I am not talking about the criminal justice system. My discussion and my product and my services is confined to civil justice system, right? So almost two-thirds of the global population, they do not have any access to justice. And in terms of
Okay.
value, you can see that 3 to 5% of global transactions, when we're talking about the civil justice system, 3 to 5% of the global transactions turns into disputes, which is almost
True.
over $7 billion every year. And look at the
True.
e-commerce space. So in e-commerce, which is just in a very infancy stage, almost over 1 billion dispute arises every year, right? And if you look at the India, so the disputes cost Indian GDP by 56 billion every year, almost 1.83% of the Indian GDP. So this is just an overview how the justice sector is going to watch day by day, and especially when we have started living in a new society called internet society, or maybe a cyber society, where world today 67% of the global population is living in this society. This has changed the way of life, this has changed the way of doing business, they have changed everything, you know and coming years would be a explosion in terms of conflict, in terms of disputes, and like that.
Okay. 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 Mr. Raman, very interesting, concept behind this Jupitice technology which you have. So specifically, just curious about it because being a governmental bodies like the justice system is overall secured by the government facilities, like you rightly said, the criminal and all this thing. So there are a lot of issues in MSMEs which MSMEs are facing, like delayed payment and many of them. So, what are the key challenges that Jupitice would face while dealing with these MSMEs or other government sectors?
Yeah, that's wonderful. See, my whole goal for this private justice court basically is to be made available to the MSME sectors and the individuals, because these are the people who are severely affected by not having an access to a organized or functional justice delivery system in India and across the globe. So regarding the
Okay.
government concern, first of all, let me clear to you. See, after the New York Convention in 1952, right?
Right.
The arbitration and conciliation and mediation has been recognized by 166 countries, because the 166 countries has ratified and adopted the New York Conventions on recognition and enforcement of the arbitration award. And now 106, and then thereafter the UN cycle, the United Nations made a arbitration model rule and model law, which has also been adopted by 166 countries. And this was consequent of that. In India, we basically enacted a arbitration and conciliation act in 1998. So this act basically empowers all the MSMEs, all the business entities, and the individuals. Instead of going to the court, they can also get their dispute resolved under this system too. And the act clearly says this is equal to the court decree and enforceable through the court if that order is not complied by the losing party. So it has a complete recognition, and they also draw the complete legal power from the act itself. And that has been the goal of every country, that system should be having the complete autonomy. So there should be a minimal or no interference by the court in the system. That is why the order under this system is not appealable. These can be only challenged in the High Court on 6 grounds, and these 6 grounds does not retain to any merit of the case. These 6 grounds are the technical reason, like there was some fraud committed in the proceedings of the arbitration, or maybe the parties were not legally competent to take up these proceedings. So these were on the technical ground. This could be challenged, not on the merit. So now you can see the example of post-pandemic. Now everything is being held through online.
Yes. So, Mr. Raman, I just wanted to ask you, for the MSME only, the biggest issue which these people are facing is the delayed payment. So,
Right.
do you have any system where you can get their delayed payment get recovered from the other party, or do we have that facility also with us?
Yes. So what I mentioned to you, since it is a justice technology platform, apart from building the private digital court, we have also built up the MSME court. We have also
Great.
built up the MSME court, and we are pitching. We have taken the Haryana government, because this law of MSME councils everywhere, these are the state, basically is being implemented by the states. So I have already met the deputy chief minister of Haryana, and put up this proposal across to them. And so all the MSMEs which are having a delay in their payment, as well as the realization of the interest on the delay payment, now they can use this platform. Once we had a strategic tie with the government, where they will have 2 options. One, they can choose their traditional method of getting this dispute resolved through the MSME court, but also in each state we will have an option given to the MSME. They can opt it to conduct the entire proceeding, from drafting to filing to hearing to witness to evidences, everything through this MSME court, so that this will not save only the time, it will also save their cost, because they have to travel all the way to go to that MSME court. Because the MSME court infrastructure as of now is not that expanded as it should be.
Great, Mr. Raman. I think all of my MSME friends, I would like to tell you, like, if you are really stuck in some point of delayed payment, Jupitice is the answer for you. So you can definitely you get it. Going forward, Mr. Raman, just wanted to ask you, what is the biggest milestone of Jupitice journey current?
As of now, the first milestone was that we created a advisory board which has 10 judges, retired judges from the Supreme Court, and 7 chief justices from the various high court, and 6 judges from the high courts. So these are on our panel as well as on our advisory board. So these top judiciary has already accepted and acknowledged this platform to be one of the platform where the justice can be delivered. So that itself shows there is no legal challenge or legal problem having the complete proceeding conducting on this platform. That was the first milestone, and followed by, we had got a chance to make a presentation to the Law Minister of India, the MOS, Mr. Kiran Rijizu, and thereafter we made a presentation to MS, Mr. Bagel, and along with the Law Secretary, and we had a 55-minute detailed presentations to them. And we briefed them how this platform can help Indian government to make the SDG goal of 16, as well as how it can help in improving the ease of doing ranking by improving the contract enforcement index, you know, and how it can also help to, basically, reduce the judiciary burden as well as the litigation rate of the government too. Now they have asked us to submit a proposal, and we are working on a proposal to make a under the private public partnership to the government of India, where they can, like the judiciary, they are coming out with the e-courts. So same way we are saying that all the quasi-judicial decision, like maybe the MSME courts, maybe the consumer courts, maybe the tribunals, maybe the commissions, maybe their arbitration. So everything they can conduct on this platform. So this is the proposal we are making to the government, which has been well accepted by them. So the concept has been well accepted, and probably next week we'll be able to submit this proposal to them. And third, we have already got over 6,000 cases filed on this platform, and over 300
Wonderful.
cases has already resolved.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mr. Raman. This is very, in fact, encouraging for the young startups and the oldies also, because this concept is very unique, and I think no one is thinking in that, in fact, in that line also, because creating a parallel system which is a private one and which is definitely giving the justice also. So this is very unique, and I have attracted. So okay, so I just coming back to the questions. I just wanted to ask you this question, like uh, when you start this, so is there any challenges which you faced during in the startup journey?
There were challenges, but basically, I am in a professionally qualified chartered accountant. So I've been providing CA services over the last 32 years. So, when I started providing the CA services, then I diversified into the government advisory services. Then again, I diversified into a technology-enabled legal services, for which we have about 175 attorneys. We are providing the world. We are one of the world top legal process outsourcing company in India. We are providing the legal services through by using the technology to company like the largest law firms and Fortune 500 companies. So this experience has really helped me, both from the business and technology and the legal perspective point of view. So though there was some challenge in the terms of training the technology people to understand this process, because these are not the standard process where any technology or any engineers can develop it. So these engineers were basically it took longer time to make them to understand how the justice can be converted into a technology enabled processes. So these are the few challenges that we faced initially, but now everything is fine. And particularly the pandemic situation had made people to change their behavior and conduct the proceedings online. Otherwise it would have been more difficult for us, the people, to conduct everything through online. Because now by compulsion they have to adopt this culture, and there is a huge behavior adaptability and acceptability by the disputing parties, the lawyer communities and the judge communities.
Yes, I think this pandemic learned a lot, and we have a lot of learnings from this. Going from physical to digital is basically a journey for everyone, starting from home shopping to like online justice. I think it's a very long journey from many of us. So okay, so Mr. Raman, see, basically MSME has a lots of issues, not only regarding only the delayed payment, but there are a lot of disputes in MSMEs on various aspects. So, do you think MSME disputes in India can be easily solved at this present time? And also, what are the possible advantages or disadvantages when it comes to the handling disputes in MSME?
Yeah. No, no. See, you and me have the same goal. My goal as a chartered accountant, as a owner of this platform, to serve only two community. One is MSME sector and individuals. Because
Okay.
the large enterprises have their own resources, they can avail any kind of a system to get their get their dispute resolved. So my
Right.
major goal is to help the MSMEs. Today in India we had 6.5 crore MSMEs. We have 3.5 crore MSMEs in America. And even if you look at that, APEC region, there 95% of the business is held by the MSMEs. And in
Right.
America, the 99.9% business are held by the MSMEs. So MSMEs being a small organization having a limited capital, and once their capital is held up in the dispute, they collapse. Right? They can't go to the litigation or the court of law because it eats up over 35% of their claim amount in terms of litigations. Litigation costs them over 35%, and it takes as much as 7 years to get this money recovered. Do you think that the MSME can survive in this such situation? So
No.
this is platform where they can come freely. They have nothing to do it. I guarantee they will get the decision within 30 days at the maximum cost of 2% of their claim.
Oh, okay. Great. 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 So you mean to say you can like handle this kind of disputes through Jupitice
Yes,
technology, right?
that
Great.
have
Great. Great to know that. Great to know that. Great to know that.
it
So
has been sorry, please.
yeah. You please continue, Mr. Raman.
That this platform has been mainly designed for the MSMEs.
Oh, wow, wow. So all of my MSME friends need to know that this is a platform wherein you can go there, handle your disputes. They're always there, and it's online one, so you can reduce your cost and time and energy, everything. So right,
Yes.
Mr. Raman. Okay, great. So what is the current growth story of Justice Jupitice, or what are your future plans, Mr. Raman?
Yeah, we just started, launched on 14th of May, about 3 months ago, right? So in 3 months, you can see we got 6,000 cases. Over 500 lawyers, judges have impaneled, right? And 300 cases has been resolved. And what we are trying to do is, our next 6 months mission is to collaborate and educate the government in terms of using the online justice platform. Once the government join hand, it would create more confidence and trust among the individuals and the business community to use the online platform, whether it is Jupitice or somebody else who come in this space. So what we are trying to do is, we are basically now collaborating with all the arbitral institutions who are already providing the arbitration services. So we are basically collaborating them as a strategic partners to use this platform, you know and secondly, we are also collaborating with the courts. For example, we had made a presentation to our local Punjab and Haryana courts to bring the Lok Adalat on this platform, so that the individual or the MSMEs who are getting their case dispute resolved through the Lok Adalat, once they will start using this platform, because the High Court would be giving these services to them, that would basically create more confidence and trust in them in terms of using this platform, in terms of to creating that habit to these people, to these communities.
Okay. So, Mr. Raman, apart from this MSMEs, you also said like you are also into the civil issues and all. Also, you are addressing to. Uh, so, are you also wanted to connect with the local bodies like panchayats and all the rural areas also? Are you Are you planning for that as well? Connecting with the local associations and all?
Basically, uh, what we have done is I have taken a domain called nyaypanchayat.com.
Okay, great.
So nyaypanchayat.in. This is what my goal is, to meet the Prime Minister and present that nyaypanchayat.com. Even if you look at the Indian history, or our ancient India, there was Manu, that basically was a 14-volume Manu Dharam Shastra. This Manu Dharam Shastra basically had a 14 volume, and that was relating to a dedicated to the justice. So that was basically again through the arbitration and mediation. It was never been used through the articulation of law. So what you are trying to say, definitely that is my goal, to reach out to the panchayat to use this platform, for which my artificial intelligence team is working on a tool which would help the illiterate people not to type anything online. Through the voice, they can draft their complaint. They will,
Okay,
they will choose the specific disputes what they have, and then it's like a Siri on the mobile. They will ask few questions relating to that disputes, and automatically its complaint will be drafted, and will be submitted to the relevant the competent authorities to get their redressal of disputes. Since in India, the biggest challenge, what you ask me, is the lack of data. Like we have the national grid judicial data, but they are not open to public. So for any development of an artificial intelligence and application, you need a data to train them. So we have made different models for different kind of a free services. But the question is, until unless we create and bring more people who come on this platform, and then they create our data, that will basically help us to take the AI initiative further.
okay, okay, great. So, Mr. Raman, lastly, do you want to give any message to our audience? You want to convey something?
Yeah, I wanted to convey to your audience, please do not hesitate to seek the justice online. This is the most easiest way of getting the justice. It will help you to save substantial costs, time, and efforts. And top of it, you can get the justice from the comforts of your home or office.
Great, great. So with this, we are at the conclusion of today's session. I hope, Mr. Raman, you enjoyed the session.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And because your goal and my goal is almost the same, so it has really motivated me. Yeah.
Great to have you. Great to have you, sir. Great to have you. So
Thank
this
you very much.
interview will be available at our social media platforms. Please do like, share, and follow SME Ventures. Stay tuned.
Sure,
Thank
sure,
you, thank
sure.
you, thank you, Mr. Raman, once again. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.